Mirror, mirror on the wall, please tell us who is the most despised of them all?
That's easy. It's Justin, a narcissistic wannabe leader, of course. He's a very skilled snake oil salesman, a dictator, and a blatant liar.
Mirror, mirror on the wall? Why does Justin keep his cleaning lady as his deputy prime minister?
This mirror is stumped and has no idea. Maybe they're in love, or maybe she's too sexy for his shirt. Then again, maybe she just needed a hug. That's unlikely. Mirror knows they're as fake as a $3 Rolex watch made in China.
Mirror, mirror on the wall? Why then, is this dictator still the leader of Canada?
Mirror thinks it's because he adopted a pet that no one else wanted. Apparently, it escaped from the NDP. That's the National Deception Party house. They don't want him back because he was never house-trained. He craps on everything, everywhere.
Mirror, mirror on the wall? Is that the only pet Justin has in his $8 million barn?
Heavens no. Of course not. This mirror knows he has many other pets, well trained to come running at the slightest sounding of Justin's dog whistle. His many pets are as follows. I'll start with Francois Philippe Champagne. That's quite the handle. Otherwise known as Frankie Bubbles. He knows little, does nothing, but can he babble? Like a brook overflowing after a rainstorm. He's feisty and a mouthy little cuss, but no working sense or brain in this pinhead. He's a true liberal, likely, because no one else could stand him. Then there is Sean Fraser, a failed soccer player, then a failed minister of immigration. He screwed that up royally also, but was rewarded by appointment to Canada's housing minister. When he was in charge of immigration, he brought 1.15 million immigrants into the country and not a house for them to live in anywhere in sight. A true liberal, and he's proud of it. Here we have Stephen Guilbeault. First, he was a Greenpeace activist. Then a minister of heritage, he blew that. Now minister of the environment. He couldn't give a crap if you're hungry, so long as you don't cook or heat with gas. He's telling the Chinese they shouldn't use coal to generate power. Nervy little shit he is, but not so bright. He thinks green energy is a drink you can buy at any 7-Eleven. He'd make a great roommate with Frankie Bubbles. He babbles on just like him. Another trusty pet is Pablo Rodriguez, a real piece of work. Thinks he's God's gift to, well, everyone. Self-serving with no regard for anything but himself. Just as big a narcissist as Justin. He wants Google and Meta to pay for news publishing by creators. Believes he's smart and great at everything. He's a professional but kisser and doesn't do squat for anyone but himself. It appears he's quite certain the world revolves around him and loves to see his face on the news. Now comes the big dog. Dominic LeBlanc seems like a nice guy. He's Minister of Safety after having been a professional minister of everything. After becoming a yes man for the Liberals, he's protecting his future and pension with a passion. His main job is to hold Justin Trudeau's hand and guide him while Justin craps on all of us. I think he secretly likes it. It must be a fetish or something. There's no doubt he's Justin's guiding light. Then we have Johnny. Yes, Johnny Wilkinson. A dedicated wannabe gang boss. Knows everything, does nothing. No matter the cost, he wants to shut down the only real industry Canada has. Natural resources. He believes he can save the planet all by himself. Perhaps saving us from himself would be a much greater service to all. A great fit for the narcissistic Justin. He says that in 12 years, never mind, he'll be long gone waiting tables somewhere by then. This next stray is Mark Holland, well known for being a servant to the current government elitists. A yes man for every occasion. He seems intelligent but wouldn't dare cross the boss. He loves his paycheck dearly, but doesn't know a molar tooth from a hemorrhoid. Great for his job as health minister. His job is to make sure kids riding with their parents get a bathroom break every 14 hours. But it's good to know he will vote yes for anything his liberal buddies want to steal from us. He secretly enjoys watching from the bushes while Justin is screwing us. Good job, Mark. Oh dear, what can one say about Melanie Jolie? Nobody knows what she does for, or to Justin. We often see her staring admiringly at Justin whenever he graces us with his speeches with the skill of a practicing drama teacher from behind a podium. I suppose as Minister of Foreign Affairs she gets to travel often. But we don't know what she does, if anything, when she gets there. Her big smile hasn't swayed anyone over 16, I think. All these foreigners she visits seem to dislike Canada more and more. But then, I'm sure Justin likes his arm candy a lot. Billy Blair, Billy. What can I say? He's an old-timer who knows which side his bread is buttered on. He'll lie to his own mother if it nets him $1 and a pat on the back. It's doubtful he can even spell the word truth. He really should be put out to pasture while he still has a tiny shred of respect left somewhere. Now we come to a seat saver in the House, the Honorable Karina Gould. Another been everything, but done nothing. She has previously served as Minister of Families. How's that going? Children and Social Development. How's that going? Minister of International Development. Please note, don't use India as a reference, though. Just another yes person for liberal do-nothing parasites. Hungry families, homeless families, family victims of crime everywhere, people living in cars, vans, and tents. It's doubtful her dental, rental, and double the GST song will it save them. Let's not forget Goody Hutchings, kind of a nobody. She was a fringe player in the gun grab with Marco Mendicino. Says she owns a few guns, but it was obvious she didn't know which end is the dangerous one. Says she hunts bear, moose, and ptarmigan with a .22. If she shot a bear or moose with one, she'd have her head hanging over a grizzly's fireplace, somewhere in a log cabin. It didn't go well for Marco because every word he spoke was a lie. As a co-liar on everything that came out of his mouth, Goody is now forgotten and won't be remembered. Just another nobody. This mirror says, Canadians, we need to get rid of the deadwood in this government and get our country back. The Justin Trudeau Liberals, fighting the climate machine, should be charged as embezzlers. They should be in prison. Where are the billions they collected to fight climate change? Perhaps the pockets of all their buddies should be searched. We do know not a penny had any impact on climate change. Canada has only one chance to fight the climate of the parasitic liberal invasion. Trudeau may have fooled Canadians into believing that carbon is the enemy. Those peddling this bullshit are getting filthy rich while Canadians are standing in line at the food bank, losing their homes and any respect we may have had in world. The Canadian Liberals are far more dangerous than any carbon could ever be. Carbon monoxide is more humane than these Liberals are to this country and its people.
Mirror, mirror, mirror. You crack me up.